guys, how's it going? This is Kleo the Dragon for another episode of Advice with Mama DERG, and thank you for joining me on this wonderful night where I get to hopefully use my advice to positively impact the fandom in somehow, some way. Today we're going to be talking about dealing with anxiety, how I dealt with anxiety, and making friends in the furry fandom, because friends make everything fun, right? They do. Trust me, they're awesome. So, I wanted to get comfortable to start this episode off right, hence the PJs. I wanted to tell you that I myself have dealt with anxiety for many years. And anxiety has been a struggle, it's been a process, but I wanted to share with you some helpful things that helped me so that way maybe it'll help you. Don't put so much pressure on yourself if you have anxiety. It affects a lot of members in the furry community, and some people are more open about it, some people aren't as open about it, but just I want you to know not to be ashamed of yourself if you suffer with anxiety, stress, or just scared to talk to people or make friends. It's okay, I promise you. I dealt with anxiety for a good chunk of my life, and that affected how I talked with people. I was actually a little more introverted before now, a couple years prior back, because I would just be so scared to talk to people, and I would feel so awkward that I just kind of remained in the corner where no one can see me, even though everyone saw me. That really didn't work at all. So, I am right there with you in that boat. So here's some things that I found that help me deal with my anxiety, and maybe will help you. Number one is a grounding technique that I do. You gotta take a couple deep breaths. Close your eyes. Think of 3 things that you can hear, 3 things that you can smell, 3 things that you can feel. This includes maybe the carpet under your feet or the wind in the air, something to ground yourself on. This really helps. Open your eyes and then look at 3 different things you can see in the room with you. This not only calms you down, but it slows your heart rate down, and it gives you a sense of, okay, we're okay right now, and you can get back your composure a little bit. Do this as many times as you need to do. It's perfectly okay. Other thing that helped me is in different social situations, I always had a friend with me, or I always had somebody who I knew that I can trust to come with me and be there for me. Because if you bring somebody with you who's really close to you, they can, I'm sure, recognize when you start to feel stressed, and maybe you might not even realize it, but they'll be there to help calm you down, because that's what friends are for. They're there to spread the love and to make you feel better. Other thing is take baby steps. When it comes to dealing with conventions, there's a lot going on. There's a lot of parties. There's a lot of stuff going on. And I know it's really exciting. And I'm sure you want to do lots of it. But remember to take baby steps. Worst thing you can do is say, oh, I think that I can handle it. It's not that bad. I'll be perfectly fine. Next thing you know, you're sitting in the back of the party room like this with a cup. Don't look at me. What you want to do is know your limits. Take baby steps. Go to small events before you go to big events. Start to connect with people and, talk with people that you know, and go to those events with them, because they'll make you feel better, and it's a lot better than just going there alone by yourself. Other thing I want to talk about is communication is key. Hence the text here. Communication is key. When you're with your friends, when you're meeting new people, any kind of situation where there's people involved, it is always best to communicate your feelings and to communicate how you feel at that very moment. If people don't know that you are having a panic attack or really stressed, they're not going to know that you're not having a good time, and no one's going to be there to help you, because, believe it or not, no one can read your mind. I know it's hard, but this also goes with going with someone you're comfortable with and know for a while. Communicate with your friends. Tell them when you're stressed, and they'll be there to help make you feel better. in different social situations. When you're meeting somebody who you're a fan of, communicate with them. Tell them that you're nervous, giggle a little bit, and just be completely open with them. It kind of gets rid of the elephant in the room and the tension and the awkwardness that you may think is there, because they'll be like, oh, you're feeling nervous? There's nothing to be nervous about. Let me help you feel better. Let me talk to you. Let me make you laugh. Let me give you a hug. Something like that. They will actively help you because you communicated with them and you told them that you're nervous. Not only does that help, but that shows that you're kind of an open person, and that's awesome. I was really nervous to meet two specific people in the fandom who I was a huge fan of. And that would be when I went to a convention and I actually ran into the guys in the elevator. I ran into Nick Nocturne and Graphigata. You may know them as the spooky cats, the one black cat with 4 eyes, and the other one who's a wonderful artist. Let me tell you, go check them out. Their art is amazing. When I met them, I froze up mentally, by the way. I didn't do this actually. I was like, oh no, what do I do? What do I say? What if I look awkward? Oh my God, what do I do? This is crazy. In that situation where you are really nervous, just take a deep breath. And in this situation, when I met them, I just openly told them, I'm like, hey, I'm a little nervous to meet you. Sorry if I'm a little awkward, but, and then insert conversation here. Basically, that let them know, oh, hey, she seems pretty cool. She's just a little nervous. It's okay. And they were so friendly to me. It's okay to tell people when you feel nervous. It took me a while to not feel nervous around them. I still do sometimes. It's okay. But at the end of the day, because I communicated and because I just showed them that I was a genuine, kind person, which is the best way of making friends in this fandom, I ended up becoming wonderful friends with them and chat with them sometimes. And they're so nice. They're such nice furries to hang around with. They're nice people to hang around with. Highly recommend be yourself. If you want to check out their channels and stuff, I've linked it in my video below so you can check them out. They're really cool people, really nice sweethearts. Highly recommend. Anyway, that was just my experience of how I dealt with it and the fact that, admitting you're nervous, it's okay to be nervous. I'm sure that people like that, for example, they understand, okay? They know it's okay. And you can be friends with anybody, as long as you realize that it's okay to be nervous of people. They're just like you, okay? Whether they're really well known in the fandom or not so well known, they're no different than you. In fact, they get nervous about things too. They might not admit it, but I guarantee you they do sometimes. Honestly, to just think of them like that, and you can really be friends with anybody as long as you put your heart out there, admit when you get a little nervous, be kind, be considerate, be humble, and most importantly, just love yourself. Don't put so much pressure on yourself. The right friends will come to you at the right time, and they'll love you for you. Yes, you. I'm talking about you who's watching this video right now. The thing I want to talk about when it comes to making friends is the right friends will come to you at the right time, and they will only come to you if you be yourself. Don't try to be someone you're not. Don't try to sit there and pretend you're not nervous when you are nervous, because let me tell you what, they can see right through that. Don't try to force it. The right friendships will be there at the right time. Some friends I talk to a lot, some friends I don't really talk to, but I know that I can trust them. I know that they care about me just as much as I care about them, because we have that bond, and they are the right friends that have appeared in my life, and I'm so very blessed to have them in my life. Y'all know who you are. Shout outs to you. I love you very much. DERG hugs from far away. That brings me to the end of this video. I just want to let you know, to round up the whole sum of the video, when it comes to anxiety, don't put much pressure on yourself. Don't afraid to admit when you're nervous, and know that it's okay to be a little nervous sometimes. Everybody does it. Totally okay. Remember to ground yourself, take some deep breaths, and love yourself for who you are. When it comes to making friends, just know that the right ones are out there, and they'll come to you at the right time. I promise they will. If you guys have an idea of what you would like me to talk about, or you want some advice on something, put it down in the comments below. Give this video a like and thumbs up if you feel like doing so. I love when people give me suggestions of what they need help with. I mean, after all, that's what I'm here for, is to try and help people out. If you have an idea, put it down in the comments below. Don't be afraid to talk to me. If you are, that's okay. But I'm just saying, I love your comments. They are my caffeine. Anyway, always remember to finalize this video. Be your own light and make your whole world shine. This has been Advice of Mama DERG, episode 2. Have a good night.